You know, ever since Justin Bieber jumped onto Twitch, the internet has been in pure chaos, and not for the reasons you'd expect. From fans accusing him of using faith as a shield instead of taking accountability, to the non-stop talks about how his marriage to Hailey is really holding up, things have been tense. And then there's the crew, the so-called yes men who just sit around during his streams, nodding and agreeing with everything he says. Some people online are calling it Justin's bubble of blind loyalty. And just when we thought that was enough drama, things took an even darker turn, with questions being raised about the kind of guests he brings on. A few of whom, according to online reports, have faced serious allegations, including essay accusations. So yeah, it's been wild. And in this video, we're diving into the dark side of Justin Bieber's Twitch streaming career. Everything from the strange religious rants to the suspicious circle he keeps, and of course, how fans have been reacting since his Twitch debut. But before we get into all that tea, make sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our deep dives into Hollywood's most talked about stars. Because trust me, this one's gonna get messy. Here's the thing. Justin Bieber's jump into the Twitch world came wrapped in big promises. We're going to be doing this every day, he told his viewers in the debut stream. This is our space. But the numbers? They told a slightly different story. Most people expected a superstar with millions of followers across platforms to blow up the livestream world instantly. Yet publicly available analytics showed his average viewers, during the early days, hovering around 5,000 to 6,000 according to Twitch stats. Even a peak scene of around 26,522 viewers didn't look too gigantic when compared to his 100 million plus social media reach. Then you have media write-ups flashing headlines like, did Justin Bieber just expose Kaitsanat and other streamers and their bot viewers? Pointing directly at how his live stream stats exposed a bigger problem in the streaming ecosystem. Why would a mega celebrity barely break 10,000 live viewers while some full-time streamers claim hundreds of thousands? Fans were left stunned. I mean, we're talking about Justin Bieber, one of the biggest names on the planet, yet his stream barely cracked 10,000 viewers. Immediately, social media lit up. Some fans argued that Twitch isn't exactly built for mainstream pop stars, that it's a different kind of community, but others had a harsher take. They claimed that if an A-list celebrity like Bieber can't pull big numbers, then maybe those massive view counts we see on Twitch aren't as real as people think. Over on Reddit, users began comparing his Twitch stats to his massive YouTube and Instagram followings. How could someone who racks up hundreds of millions of views on music videos struggle to get even a fraction of that live? Was it a platform problem or an engagement problem? Sure, some defended him, saying it's new territory and he's still finding his rhythm. But in the world of streaming, numbers are currency, and those numbers were underwhelming. Even though Bieber gained more than 50,000 followers almost instantly, only a small percentage actually tuned in to watch him live. Industry observers say this exposes a bigger truth about celebrity streaming. Fame doesn't always equal community. Fans might love the music, but live engagement? That's a whole different game. And Bieber's debut has become a perfect example of that disconnect. The gap between online hype and real-time attention. Because when the cameras finally went live, the excitement dimmed just a little. The energy wasn't what people expected, and for someone who promised to stream pretty much every day, the pressure to prove that this wasn't just another short-lived experiment started to grow. In other words, the hype was loud, but the reality not so much. And that might just be the first sign of trouble in the bright, polished world of Justin Bieber's Twitch era. Now, while Justin's view count might have been a little underwhelming, especially for someone with that kind of global fame, it's nothing compared to the shockwaves coming from his choice of company on stream. Because apparently the real controversy isn't about how many people are watching, but who he's inviting into the frame. Here's where things get weird. On Reddit, Fans started raising eyebrows big time after Justin Bieber popped up live streaming with people who carry serious baggage. For example, one post pointed out that Bieber was streaming with Kyle Massey, yes, that Kyle Massey, who was charged in 2021 for sending explicit content to a 13-year-old. The comment thread? Brutal. The post read, "Justin has been live streaming with his predator beastie, Kyle Massey." Kyle was arrested in 2021 for sending explicit content to a 13-year-old on Snapchat. That kind of thing spreads fast. Suddenly, Bieber's fun new stream becomes, wait, who is he hanging with exactly? There's also another post where viewers flagged how his guest list isn't always the cleanest. The vibe shifted from pop star tries new platform to pop star maybe doesn't vet his circle very well. And when you're trying to build credibility on live streaming, grimy associations matter. Critics on Reddit weren't shy. Some argued that if Bieber is serious about this streaming move, surrounding himself with controversial figures is a bad look and a missed chance to reset his image. It's not just about who's on stream, it's what their reputations carry. Look, stars sometimes want friends, not PR people. But when you're in the spotlight and your platform is built on being authentic, these partner choices stoke suspicion. And if a viewer tunes in and thinks, why is he with them? One of two things happens. Either the viewer looks away, or the viewer digs for answers, and usually the internet finds them. So yes, the guest list might look casual. Bikes, bold shirts, high-profile names. But behind the casual, many fans saw a pattern. Justin may be isolating himself in an echo chamber of people who won't challenge him, and worse, who might drag him into controversy without even meaning to. And as his live streams continue, the question keeps floating. Is this just pop star experimentation? Or is it something more troubling, an imprint of who he surrounds himself with when no one's watching? So, the guest list controversy had the internet buzzing, but if you think that was the peak of Twitch drama, hold on to your seats. Because now we're diving into a different kind of heat, one that hits closer to home. It's not about who's in the stream, it's about what Justin himself is putting out there and how fans think he might be dodging accountability in a very public way. Using faith as a shield. Instead of accountability, during his streams, Justin made it very clear that his faith is central to how he navigates life. But some critics argue he's taken it a step too far, using religion almost as a protective shield from criticism. On multiple occasions, Bieber emphasized that God's love validates him, and that outside opinions don't hold weight. For example, while talking about relationships, he once said things along the lines of, "If God loves me, what anyone else thinks doesn't matter. I know my heart, I know my intentions." Fans and commentators online were quick to point out the tension here. Many argue that leaning on faith is fine, but when it becomes a default response to questions about personal responsibility, especially about his marriage or public behavior, it reads as avoidance rather than reflection. Reddit threads lit up with reactions like, "Yeah, faith is important, but you can't just use it to sidestep responsibility." He talks about God more than he talks about actually owning up to his mistakes. And it's not just Reddit. Twitter and fan forums exploded with similar thoughts, questioning whether Justin's spiritual declarations were genuinely introspective or a convenient way to deflect criticism in the moment. The line between authentic belief and a shield against accountability is delicate. And for Bieber, streaming live for thousands to see, the stakes are even higher. Critics are watching every word, and while fans may empathize with his journey, others aren't shy about calling out what they see as evasive behavior. In short, the debate rages. Is Justin sharing his faith as a source of inspiration or using it to dodge real conversations about himself? And on Twitch, every comment, every reaction is magnified, giving this story a darker, more complicated edge than just a casual live stream. And speaking of comments, the fire from fans doesn't stop at debating his faith or questioning his guest choices. On Twitch, Justin isn't just performing for fun. Every move, every word, every casual moment is under a microscope, and the reactions? Brutal. Even something as ordinary as playing basketball after a long day turned into fodder for criticism. During one of his early streams, Justin casually shot hoops and chilled with his friends, but some viewers were quick to pounce. Comments like, "He's lost his charisma. This isn't the Justin we fell in love with. He's just tired and boring now," flooded the chat and social feeds, highlighting just how harsh and unforgiving online audiences can be. Fans pointed out that even minor things, looking tired, joking awkwardly, or being quiet for a few minutes, were enough for detractors to question his charm and energy, the very traits that made him a global superstar. Reddit and Twitter threads exploded with debate. While some defended him, noting that anyone would get exhausted after a basketball session, many others mocked the idea that his casual streaming energy could ever match the polished, camera-ready Bieber of music videos and award shows. The sheer intensity of scrutiny serves as a reminder. Fame doesn't pause when you step onto a new platform. In this environment, every gesture, word, or facial expression becomes subject to analysis, criticism, and in some cases, public shaming. For Justin, Twitch was supposed to be a new space to unwind and connect with fans, but instead, it's exposed him to a level of negativity that's both personal and relentless, from low viewership numbers to controversial guests, using faith in ways that critics question, and now public shaming from fans. It's clear that Justin's Twitch venture has a darker side. What started as an exciting new chapter has revealed the harsh realities of streaming as a megastar. Every choice is magnified, every misstep amplified, and the pressure to deliver perfection is constant. It raises the question, is Twitch a space for Justin to genuinely connect and grow? Or has it simply become another arena where the spotlight exposes vulnerabilities in ways no one expected?